Well, I'm continuing watching this Lindsey Williams, who, to recap, is saying he's a pastor to the elite. Let's question that. Do the elite listen to God or do they listen to Satan? And who's influencing them? Their pastors? So, I'm questioning whether this guy is working for good or evil. And also suggesting that they need to put out the suggestion for you to unfold on a subconscious level what they want you to be doing. They're basically like programming you to do what they want to do. It can only be done if they tell you the story first and then you unfold it. The other priest on that friggin' channel, um, he's talking about prophecies all the time. This is how I think evil has infiltrated the Bibles, is they've made a suggestion of the end of the world, and then when you start seeing these prophecies start appearing, you're like, oh my God, this is the way it's got to be, and we don't have any free will, and it's in the Bible, and the Bible is telling the truth, and it's all about God, and this is God's word. And no, it's a suggestion. And both of these pastors and priests, you know, they are doing more harm by the suggestions that they're putting out there. And they're confirming it constantly. They're putting out so much fear. So, to recap, this guy is telling us to buy gold. It's our way out. All of the elite have put all of their money into gold. They're also saying get out of money at paper dollars, that it's worth the value that we put into it, and it's not worth the paper it's written on. Gold is the same thing. It will only be the value that we globally put on it. And they want us to buy gold because that's giving the elite the value to the gold they want to put on it. It's the philosopher's stone. Put it in the minds that this gold is worth something, and then it becomes valuable. You can get any friggin' rock and say it's got value, and as long as everybody believes it to be true, it will have value. But this is the solution this guy is talking about. Then he gets into all of this inflation and the banking and all of the corruption, which is only putting in a lot of fear. And oh, we must fear him. And he's like, I'm begging you, listen to me, listen to me. So what's that doing? It's subconsciously programming you to listen to this guy because I'm going to tell you the truth. I want to save you. I am your answer. You know, really, really evil shit. Um, and his answer is you have to demand your constitution, or you're not going to get elected. It's like, well, you want to say how corrupt all of the banking systems are and the economic systems are. He has not touched once on how corrupt the political system is. You cannot just say, do it my way or we're not getting elected anymore, because guess what? Who else are you going to elect? We've already proven that they manipulate the election process. It's the lobbyists that pay for the amount of programming that gets you on TV, so you can't even freaking tell who's telling the truth anymore. We've been kind of demanding, not that I'm in the States, I'm in Canada, but I've been watching you guys, and the same thing's happening in Canada, the same thing's happening in every freaking country. So it's the same game. This is a global thing. Whether I'm Canadian or American, it's the same friggin' game. And the Americans are, I mean, look at you. You've been demanding about your constitutional rights. And guess what? The government is taking away your constitutional rights, and they're doing it through the corrupt justice system. You have to be able to afford your freedom. And as long as they take all your money, you can't afford shit. But the guy is trying to tell you, fight to get your constitution. So basically, what he's doing is trying to encourage you to start war. And now he's going into the video about there's going to be war and war within the United States. It's like you just freaking told everybody to have war. You know, like, does God want war? No, evil wants war. And you have to know how to play the freaking game to be able to beat them at their own game. And trust me, this guy is guiding you down a freaking path that's going to be your own freaking destruction. This guy is Satan. This guy is as evil as it gets if you know how to read what he's saying. And, you know, it's all about, I'm telling you the truth, and these evil guys, these elites are too old to care. Bullshit, they're too old to care. If they're too old to care, stop doing what you're doing. You know, do something that's right. Do something that's good. Hand over your money and put it in the right direction. Start funding better systems. Start introducing better systems. These guys aren't too old to just give up and here's the information, tell the people what they want. No. This is subliminal messaging that's going to programming you into we're the problem and here's the solution, and it's going to go through a pastor. You know, it's going through our religions, the very heart of our belief systems. We have to trust somebody that's telling us something good. We have to trust our Bibles because that's the only thing we know and trust to be good. And yet they're telling us to buy gold, and gold is the thing that the elites put all of their money into it, and you're buying gold as the only thing that's going to give them value. They're telling you to start war within your own country and demand your constitution. It's like, we've been doing that and that hasn't worked, and oh, you're not going to get elected. You've done that, but he's not saying the elections process is all manipulated and controlled, and you know, so it's fight, 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 and the whole thing is war, more chaos, and you know, God, this guy is good. But he's friggin' Satan, and so is that other pastor on his channel that's saying all of these prophecies. And, you know, I'm begging anybody that's into religion, I'm begging any priest, you know, kind of wake up and smell the coffee. That, does Jesus want war? Did Jesus ever walk in and say, you need to demand and fight for your freedoms? You know, or was Jesus the type of guy that just sort of gave information and said, be the example, and you won't be harmed, you will be saved, and forgive those who don't know what they're doing? You know, like, was Jesus a war type guy, or was Jesus, you know, more of a peaceful, loving type guy? And if the way for our freedom is through Jesus, then, you know, he didn't sin, so maybe we need to look at ourselves and stop sinning as well. We do have free will. I'm hearing a lot of Bible thumpers say we don't have free will. Bullshit. You have the right to choose. You have the right to think. You just have to gain some information. So, any priests, any religion that can kind of see the same picture, I'd really like to hear from you. Any of you guys that think that I need to be saved, it's like, go save yourself first. You know, you're following evil down the evil path. Get some control. Do it a different way. There is smarter ways of overcoming evil, and that's not through anger. You know, you look at the smile on my face. You know, like, I have the information. I know I'm going to be okay. I'm only hoping that everybody else can get the information and try and put two and two together and start learning how to listen to themselves. Once we can globally do that, then the whole world will freaking change. We get power, but you got to know how to do it. And it's listening through yourself, not in an angry state. They want you angry, so you will not get the right answers. Do not be angry. Be forgiving. Be full of love. Be full of peace. Then you can access the information and use your intuition and find all of the answers you need. Not my answers. Don't be listening to me. Listen to self. Only you have your own answers, just like I have my own answers. And my answers tell me that I should be doing this. And I'll get a lot of pleasure out of doing this, and to have a lot of faith and hope that one day my communication skills will improve so much that people might be able to comprehend what I'm trying to teach. But it's listen to self, not me. Peace out.